Fog Entertainment back again with another video, and this is 5 Mayan characters killed off too soon. And I don't think you're going to disagree with many of them on this list. But of course, I think over the course of the show, there has been characters who probably have outstayed their welcome. I mean, if I actually just think of like the current cast, like realistically, has Hank needed to live to season 5? He's literally done nothing. I don't want to just bury the one guy, but again, he's literally done nothing. You've got the likes of Emily and Adelita who just seem like they're dragged along for the fucking ride, the final ride. And I mean, people like Nestor, if they really needed to live this long compared to these characters that we're going to go through. But anyway, it is 5 characters. We're going to start off at number 1. It's in no particular order, but at the end of the day, you can determine who is like the one that has been killed off most recently. But of course, from the first 4 seasons, all that good stuff. And we're going to dive in with Numero Uno. And we have got Alexandro Montez, road captain of Sam Crow. Of course, came into Sons of Anarchy in season 6 when Big Bobby went, you know what, this club needs more members. And then, of course, survived. And then we see him first time in Mayans in episode 8. Turns out he's got a relationship with the Fat Dos because he is cousins with El Palo. And then, essentially, because of the deal that they strike, Fatos aren't too happy about it. They batter the Mayans. Coco gets blinded. Riz gets shot. You know, Taz ends up killing Riz, which really got nothing to do with the fucking Fatos. But that escalates the war. And then, when El Palo threatens Montez about double dipping with the Scotsman, he puts a bag over his head and kills Montez. And you know what? Big death. Like, I actually think it's an underrated death because he's like a Sons of Anarchy original now. I know he only appeared in season 6, and he's nowhere near. Right? And I mean, like, he's light years away from feeling like a Chibs, Tigger, Happy, etc. But end of the day, he's still a Sons member that, you know, appeared in Sons of Anarchy. So it's still a big deal that he died. And personally, I do think they did kill him off a wee bit early. I would have no real problem with it if it set up other people better, but I do think it did kill him off a bit early and it could have been better done. Up next, though, we have got Coco. And I'm not saying... It's almost like I could have accepted Coco's death if they didn't really ruin the character in like season 3 with the whole Meth Mountain stuff. I do honestly feel like they ruined the character. Like, I don't see why they couldn't have did the Meth Mountain stuff, but like, he wasn't as much as a waster junkie. Like, he literally stole from the club, and then he goes AWOL, and then just lives up Meth Mountain for like what appears like 2 weeks, and essentially gets kicked out of the club in the season 3 finale. And another reason why I think he got killed off too early is it's the fact that they've brought Isaac back into the show. I just feel that would have been a pretty good dynamic to have, these two hating each other, because one's obviously Mayans, one's Sun. Then maybe you could argue, right, the whole war of Mayans against Suns outweighs a wee minor storyline between Isaac Packer and Coco, which, to be honest, I can see both sides to that, but again, I do think Coco got killed off too early because it could have enhanced that storyline. And a guy that got absolutely killed off too early is El Palo, because like I said, right, you did have the big man kill Montez, and then after this, he killed like a cop, and then just went AWOL till like the season finale, and then he basically struck a deal with the Mayans to become a Mayan, confronted Taza in his sister's house, Paula's house, and then he gets the better hand of Taza, and then Paula just kills him, and it's like, what the fuck? We hype El Palo up, we bring El Palo back. Tell me, hermano, is it worth it? You know what I mean? Like, why would this guy get killed? Why? I honestly, this guy could have been, like, you talk about, like... But see, maybe the problem is, like, the fact the Mayans, they knew after, like, episode 1 of season 4 they were going to team up. This guy didn't really need to be alive, I guess, for that. But I don't know, I just feel like it could have been much better done. Like, could El Palo not have died while trying to like get into the clubhouse in episode 1 of season 4, and that could have given you another like massive death there? I think that's what I maybe would have done, dragged it out to the end. Maybe, fuck, I mean, the way Taz's went in season 4, I mean, you could have just had Apollo and Taza fight to the fucking death, to be honest, and that would have worked. But yeah, I think absolutely a very good villain in the show, and I think he got killed off way too early. And yeah, genuinely, I think one of the better characters of that this show has produced. Over to another Sons of Anarchy character now. We have got Doc, Sam Bernardino, president. Like, we made a fid about it not so long ago. People commenting, absolutely agreeing. People voting, absolutely agreeing. Saying that how can a guy who is president of Sam Dino literally reveals the only things interesting about him that he's got a daughter and a granddaughter, and then he's killed like that, shot in the face, good night by Dondo, and that is it. Like, I get it. Yes, people will argue, well, they want to make way for Isaac Packer. But did Doc really need to die the way he died? He didn't. He got killed like a fucking jobber, man. I'm sorry. Like, yes, it was a really cool scene, like fucking, the Mayans wiping out Sam Dino, but I still think that, like, a president deserves to go out on a better fucking way, especially when, like, you're killing, like, all other members of the charter the exact same way. Surprise fucking deaths. But anyway, is what it is. And that leaves us to our next pick, and we're back to a Mayan. And it's probably one of everyone's favourite Mayans for season 4. It is Manny, of course. He got introduced in the fight on the rooftop with Easy in the premiere. And I feel like he was funny. I feel like him and Easy were like the future of the Mayans. That's what we're kind of leading at. I guess Easy took a fucking sharp right turn down dark valley. But at the end of the day, I do feel like Manny got killed early. But you know what? I think everyone on this list, they got deaths that were like good/decent, or maybe in some cases great, but it was too early. Like, I look at Manny, very good death. Coco as well, very good death. Montez, I feel like it was a very good death as well, but maybe a bit too early. Now with Doc and El Palo, I feel like you could have changed their deaths up and maybe dragged it out a bit, but their deaths, like, they weren't pish, you know what I mean? I feel like for a president, Doc deserved more, but it's not like his death was like he got run over by a bike and he died or something. No, nothing like that. But anyway, Manny, good death. But I feel like they could have maybe used him going into season 5. But anyway, guys, that is it for this video. Leave your thoughts down below. And until next time, peace.